All right, here we are again at the old build plate, and this is my first print with the Elegoo black. I can tell you already that the scent is stronger on this than it is the others. This is the first one, in part of a series here that I'm doing, and this is the eyepieces for my Tusken Raider mask that I'm making, and have been in the process of making for about 2 years and haven't been able to get the pieces that I needed to serve as the metal pieces. Well, I have that technology now, and this is the first piece of it, and I'll be printing some more of it later. But right now, we'll clean this up, see what it looks like. All right, here we go. I got the eyes printed for my Tusken Raider mask project, and they look really good. And I'm going to liquid silver leaf over this whole thing straight onto the black there, and then hopefully it'll make it look more metallic whenever I get done. But got to print some more parts out for this project, so stay tuned. All right, back at the old build plate for this particular build here. This is my second print for this build. Turned out looking pretty good. At the tusk for the Tusken Raider mask that I'm making, I made a few different sets just in case, just to have spares in case I needed backups. Well, now time to clean them up. I'll have probably got to have 2 more plates I'll have to print for this particular project before I can actually do the full project, which will ultimately be making a Tusken Raider mask. All right, time to clean these guys up. All right, back at the old build plate again for the third round of parts on this particular project. So I printed these out in white instead of black. I mean, they're all got to get sanded, primed, and painted anyway, so I don't guess it really matters what color they're printed at. But these are the head spikes for my Tusken Raider mask. There's 3 sets here so that I have spares. They're looking pretty good. Time to clean them up. Check them out. Back again at the old build plate. This is the 4th plate of parts I've printed on this project. Got the nose pieces for my Tusken Raider mask. Came out awesome. Gonna look great once I sand them, prime them, and paint them. But first thing is I gotta clean them up. All right. This is the 5th plate of parts, I believe, for this particular build, and they're just little discs that go on the ends of the breathing canister, which I'm gonna print soon. There's also 2 other little things that go right on top of these, and I got to redo that file because I was going to run that before I ran these, but they just weren't set up right. I got to go back and redo those. But anyhow, a couple more parts for the parts pile. All right, here Here we go again with another element to my Tusken Raider mask. Just the cylinder for the breathing canister. Alright, let's clean it up. Alright. Last piece of the puzzle for my Tusken Raider mask, because these have to go on there for the little tube that comes off of the breathing canister there. These are the end caps for it. So alright, time to clean them up, see what we can do here. Alright, I finally got everything printed out, all of my hardware for my Tusken Raider mask. Got the eyepieces and the tusk. Got the head spikes and the nose piece. Of course, those are done in white. Doesn't really matter what color they are initially, because they're all got to get sanded and painted anyways. So that part doesn't really matter. And then over here we got all the pieces to the breathing canister. I'll probably get me a little clear tubing and just spray some silver paint down in it and let it run through there and coat the inside of the tubing, and then push it over there for my tubing. But anyways, this is all my parts that I couldn't make myself, that are by hand anyway, not that I know of anyhow, and they're all going to go on this, which is the shell that I made for my Tusken Raider mask. This is the basis that I made that out of cardboard and hot glue, just by hand. But I never could really come up with a way to do all these except in an acceptable manner, at least ways not to me, that really looked right, that didn't look too crappy. But I've also got a lot of other materials that's going to wrap on this as well. I mean, this is just, like I say, this is just the beginnings of the thing. And once I get it wrapped and hide all of that, then it'll look more like a Tusken Raider. But, you know, basically, I mean, that goes there. You got your tusk and your head spikes, and of course there's 4 of those. But I started this project here in October of 2018, and it's just sat around not doing anything in my shed out there, just waiting until the time whenever I could come up with the rest of what I needed. I already had all the materials and everything to wrap the thing in that I'd already bought. I just couldn't get these parts, not without paying somebody a pretty decent amount of money to have the whole set, which I didn't want to do. So I just, now that I got this 3D printer, I can finish this project up, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Stay tuned. All right, here's the mock-up with all of the parts just kind of double-sided taped into place, just to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like. I'd say it's looking pretty good, pretty close like that. It's looking a lot better than I had hoped whenever I started on this project about 1.5 years ago. Well, probably maybe even a little more than 1.5 years ago, pushing 2 years. Anyway, I am really digging how it's coming out. But there's a lot more to do to it because I've still got to paint all these parts. I've got to sand them, I got to prime them, I got to paint them. And then I've also got to wrap this thing in several. I mean, you got two different types of material that you got to wrap just the mouthpiece in. And then I've got some unbleached muslin that I'm going to cut into strips to wrap the head in. And I'll probably wind up spray painting it one solid color too, just cause. But that's the mock-up. Now let's do it for real.